Hey everybody, this is James with WSTrades.com. Want to provide an update here on a few tickers and also talk about a new trade that I got into. So first, I've got here a ticker SNOW or Snowflake Inc. I've got the daily chart pulled up here, just looking at a downtrend that they have been in. And it looks like they are approaching this trend line here, and I'm definitely curious to see if they're going to be able to bust through. So this thing was just, making a series of lower highs and lower lows and found a nice bottom here around 164.29. And it looks like they want to rip back up here and break through this trend line. But I'm definitely keeping an eye on it. I want to see if they come up to this level and they reject it and start to sell away from it. I will definitely take that as a good short entry and look for them to start to retrace, because this is a pretty hard rip here from about 165 to about 237, almost 240. That's a big move there. So if they come up to this trend line and start to sell away from it, I'm definitely going to be looking for retracement and kind of see if they can find a bottom, maybe around 50% retracement or 61.8, something like that. And then if they don't bounce from there, I would definitely look for them to go down and retest around this 165 level. So that's one ticker I was looking at there. And then also ticker MVIS or Microvision Inc. Got the daily chart pulled up here. I was looking at the weekly and I really couldn't see much of a trend line. So I pulled into the daily, and you see them hitting this low here of around 261. And then finally they get into an uptrend here, because this thing was just selling off and getting beat down since June. So it'd been a long time, and now they're finally in an uptrend here. You can see them bouncing, playing pretty nicely off of this trend line here. They had a bit of a gap down here, but then the buyers stepped in and bought it up right above that trend line. So, almost a fake out situation there. And then this massive rip yesterday came all the way from about $4 up to about, where they're at right now, around 530. So I definitely keep an eye on this trend line here. This is a really big move, a massive bullish engulf here. So, if they cool off here and retrace down to this trend line, I would definitely be looking there to kind of see, what's going to happen. They might come down to it around the $5 level. As they really busted through this 5 level here, which was resistance. You see a candle rejecting here and a candle rejecting here, and this is just a massive move to close above that $5 level. So let's kind of see if, they retrace and can turn maybe the 5 level into support. That was a previous resistance level there. So I'll definitely be keeping an eye on the $5 level there, and then also this uptrend line that I threw up on the daily time frame. So I wanted to also talk about a new trade that I got into. This was on SLV. Let me pull this up. A lot of metals and energy stuff has been ripping pretty hard, and you can see a hard rip here for SLV from about $20 up to almost $25. So made a huge rip there, and then now they've had a nice retracement. So I definitely, want to see what's going to happen here, maybe around, this 22 level, to kind of see if they can hold that. Maybe after this really hard rip here, they're going to retrace to that 22 and hold that as a new higher low on the daily time frame, and maybe they start to rip up again. But what I went out and what I did is sell a call here after this hard rip. It is the 24 strike, and it is for the May monthly contract. So essentially almost where this thing came up and rejected pretty nicely at this 24 level. That's where I had placed my short strike there on my call. You can't see this candle here got above the level, blasted above it, but then quickly sold below it. So, a little bit of a fake out there, getting above the 24 level, looking like, oh, maybe this thing's going to bust through and, break through this 24 level and make that a support level. And then it quickly sold off and, starting to work its way down. So, we'll see where SLV finishes by the May monthly contracts. And if that thing finishes below this 24 level, then I will be sitting max profit on this trade. So I'll continue to keep you guys updated here on my SLV position for May and any other trending tickers that I see in the market. Please like this video. Please also subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. Hit that notification bell. Appreciate you guys for taking the time to watch this. Talk to you soon.